Greeting travelers, and welcome to my abode. Our heroes inhabit a vast world, and before they set out west, let me tell you about the world of Sulfur and Saloons. First, let me tell you about the deep history of the continent itself. Urdokai, in the old tongue meaning new land, has a deep history steeped in violence. This land sits between two other planes, the divine realm Celis and the demonic realm Trakal. Celis and the rest of the divine represent tradition, purity, and stagnation. Trakal and the demonic represent the opposite: progress, corruption, and chaos. To say one is truly good or truly evil is to boast ignorance. These opposing forces normally tried to stay far away, but the fates had other plans. With the realms so close, they fought for ages unknown, a war so violent and constant that each side lost their beings, simply becoming extraplanar energy. This first war was known as the Formless War. This war waged for centuries, but everything changed when the first peoples arrived. Having brought their faith from the old world, the divine and demonic began to change and warp, as they began to resemble the gods familiar to the new peoples. This brought the fighting to a halt, but soon a new conflict would arise for the title of godhood. This started the War of Duels, in which one celestial and one demon would fight to rule over a domain. For instance, a celestial resembling Sylvanus, the Oak Father, and Baphomet, the Lord of Beasts, fought for the domain of nature. By the end, Baphomet won, and with his chaotic influence, nature itself warped to his influence. Flora and fauna became more dangerous, but began to thrive in its own way. While the continent is violent, there is one race that only calls Urdokai their home, known as the Urdokin. Born from the blood spilled of Baphomet and Sylvanus, these beings resemble bison humanoids and have a deep connection to nature. They tend to stay closer to the wilds, but some have chosen to help out those traveling westward from the larger cities. Moving on to the settlers, they came to the continent wanting to make a new start. The first wave of immigrants were comprised of artificers and alchemists, pioneers of magical engineering, who wanted a fresh start away from the traditions of old world magic. This philosophy was the foundation on which the capital city of Rapture was born. The three heads of Rapture are William Spectre, Coreus Onyxstone, and Cherry Norwood. William Spectre is the wealthiest man of them all and controls all the exports and imports to and from the continent. He acts as a mayor and uses his wealth to improve some of the commonwealth of the city. Coreus Onyxstone is the head of manufacturing and owns the impressive heart of the mountain establishment. He also owns his own town named after himself, in which he gets his raw materials. Cherry Norwood is the chief alchemist of Rapture and is in control of the Hall of Alchemy. Her influence is so great that all magic on the continent is referred to as alchemy, regardless of its origin. Those who wish not to endure the tiresome city life, whether by the inability to survive the expensive living or the demanding labor, they moved westward seeking a more simple or lawless life. And that concludes the tale of Urdokai's origin. Please come by any time in case you want me to tell this story again, and please stay tuned for more Sulfur and Saloons.